A number of projects in our region are to benefit from the UK Seafood Fund. The government has announced it will be part of a £100 million investment into the fishing industry. The Fisheries Minister, Victoria Prentice, has been telling us more.
We are definitely in a better state. We think that better times are yet to come. That's why we as a government are investing £100 million in our fishing industries and in infrastructure to support them. I've been to Grimsby. I'm always very impressed by the quantity and the quality of the processing that is going on there. And I know that we have a bright future for British fishing, but we need to make sure that it's evidence-led, which is why the announcement today is important, and really sustainable.
One of the projects awarded some of the investment is the Holderness Fishing Industry Group. They've got over £19,000. They're going to use it to look into the impact of lost fishing gear off the East Yorkshire coast. Marine scientist John Terschak is from the group. He was explaining to me earlier how the project will work.
The purpose of a Fishery Industry Science Partnership Part A grant is to establish a consortium of industry professionals and academic institutions. So we're working with our regional HEI, the University of Hull, and the Holderness Fishing Industry Group is partnering with them in order to come up with an initiative to look at the science behind lost fishing gear. Why does gear go missing in our particular region? We're also looking to try to put it in context with the global problem of marine pollution. And as we discover more and more about lost gear and what causes it in our area, what we can do to take active measures to reduce the amount of gear that gets lost.
Do we know how big a problem it is and how much fishing gear does get lost?
That's part of the reason for doing the research. Now, globally, there's 11 million tons of debris that goes into the marine environment, but 80 to 90% of that is coming from the land. And less than 10% is sourced from a fishing industry. Now, those are global statistics. And what we're concerned about is that global statistics are what are being reported about fishing activities on a regional and national level. And so what we don't know is what our particular contribution is to the global problem. And that's what we want to do. Our fishermen are blessed with modern technology. They have GPS positioning on their boats. They have navigational computers. So whenever they put pots in the water, they can very accurately, to sub-meter location, drop a pin on their plotter and know that gear's location. Now, other places in the world don't have quite the same luxuries of that type of technology. And so when we hear about things like 20% of the gear from a particular boat being lost in the Gulf of Aden, that really doesn't translate well to the problem here on the Holderness and Yorkshire coast. And so that's part of this mission, is to find out what our regional contribution is to the global problem and then try to find ways of combating that here at home. I mean, to borrow a phrase, it's think globally, act locally, and that's exactly what we're trying to do.
So when do you anticipate that you'll have research, and what will you do with it then once you've finished?
Well, the great thing is that this FISP-A that we have been awarded gives us a period of 5 months to do all of the planning, to sit down and talk about what it is that we want to investigate, how it's going to help the fishing industry, and it also allows the fishermen to also join us in this planning stage. So they get to direct the research that directly affects them. And so we've got 5 months to make a plan and find out how we're going to close knowledge, skills, and resource gaps. So that is inviting colleagues from other universities and other regions around the UK to join us in this initiative to build upon the expertise that we already have in-house, both in HFIG as well as at the University of Hull.
John Terschak there from the Holderness Fishing Industry Group.